The United States is known as a land of opportunity, but not everyone experiences the same level of success. Across different ethnic groups in America, there are big differences in income. These gaps are influenced by many factors, including education, job opportunities, and historical challenges faced by each group. In this video, we'll explore the disparity of incomes of American ethnicities, why these differences exist, and what they mean for the future of equality and opportunity in the country. Make sure you subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to get regular updates. Let's get started. Asian Americans. Asian households reported the highest median income in 2023, standing at $112,800. This figure places them significantly above other racial and ethnic groups, showcasing their economic success in many areas of American life. However, the stagnation in income growth from the previous year raises questions about the stability of this success. Additionally, while Asian households still earn more than non-Hispanic white households, the income gap between the two groups narrowed slightly, with the ratio decreasing from 1.34 in 2022 to 1.27 in 2023. Asian Americans often benefit from high levels of educational attainment, which is a key factor in their strong economic standing. Many individuals in this group pursue advanced degrees and are heavily represented in high-paying fields such as tech, engineering, and healthcare. For instance, software engineering and medical professions, which frequently require advanced education, attract a large number of Asian professionals. However, these averages mask significant disparities within the Asian American community. Groups such as Chinese and Indian Americans tend to have higher incomes due to strong representation in white-collar jobs, while Southeast Asian groups, including Cambodians, Laotians, and Hmong populations, often face greater financial hardship. These groups are less likely to have access to advanced education or high-paying job opportunities, leading to lower average incomes. The geographic distribution of Asian Americans also plays a role in their economic outcomes. Many live in major metropolitan areas such as San Francisco, New York, and Los Angeles, where the cost of living is exceptionally high. While higher incomes may provide economic security, stagnant wages and rising costs of housing, healthcare, and education may hinder future growth. White Americans, non-Hispanic white households experienced the only statistically significant income increase in 2023, rising by 5.7% to $89,050. This improvement underscores their continued economic dominance in the United States and highlights the systemic advantages this group has historically enjoyed. This increase widened the gap between white households and other ethnic groups, particularly Black and Hispanic households, whose incomes showed no significant growth. The economic advantages of non-Hispanic white households are linked to several factors. Generational wealth plays a significant role, as white families are more likely to inherit wealth or assets such as property, which can provide financial security and investment opportunities. Additionally, white Americans are overrepresented in high-paying industries and occupations, from finance and technology to law and medicine. Another contributing factor is access to higher education. White Americans have historically had better access to quality schools and universities, which opens doors to lucrative career paths. While progress has been made in addressing these inequities, disparities in educational attainment remain, particularly when comparing rural and urban populations. That said, income levels among non-Hispanic whites are not uniform. Geographic disparities, for example, show that rural white Americans often earn significantly less than their urban counterparts. States in the Appalachian region, for instance, have long struggled with poverty and limited economic opportunities, even among white populations. This regional variation highlights the complex nature of income inequality within this group. Hispanic Americans. Hispanic households reported a median income of $65,540 in 2023, unchanged from 2022. This lack of progress is concerning, especially as Hispanic Americans represent the fastest-growing ethnic group in the United States. Their income was just 74% of the median income of non-Hispanic white households in 2023, down from 77% the year before. This widening gap underscores the economic challenges faced by Hispanic Americans and highlights the need for targeted policy interventions. Many Hispanic workers are employed in industries that are essential but low-paying, such as agriculture, construction, hospitality, and food services. These jobs often come with limited benefits, low wages, and minimal job security, making it difficult for households to accumulate wealth or achieve upward mobility. For many Hispanic families, economic success is further complicated by language barriers, limited access to higher education, and discrimination in the workplace. A significant portion of the Hispanic population is foreign-born, and for many of these individuals, immigration status can pose additional challenges. Undocumented workers often face exploitation, with limited legal recourse to demand fair wages or better working conditions. Even for documented immigrants, adapting to a new country and navigating unfamiliar systems can create barriers to economic progress. Despite these challenges, the Hispanic community is characterized by resilience and ambition. Entrepreneurship is increasingly common among Hispanic Americans, with many starting small businesses in their local communities. Additionally, educational attainment is improving among younger generations, which may lead to better job opportunities and higher incomes over time. American Indian and Alaska Native Americans. American Indian and Alaska Native households face some of the most severe economic challenges in the United States. American Indians hold a median income of $57,270 in 2023. Historical injustices play a significant role in shaping the current economic realities of Native American households. Centuries of forced displacement, systemic discrimination, and the erosion of tribal sovereignty have left many Native American communities struggling to build stable economies. Many reservations lack adequate infrastructure, including access to quality education, healthcare, and job opportunities, which perpetuates cycles of poverty. The economic landscape for Native American households is further complicated by their reliance on tribal enterprises for income. Casinos, natural resource extraction, and tourism are some of the primary industries on many reservations. While some tribes have seen success with these ventures, others struggle due to geographic isolation, limited market access, or regulatory challenges. Efforts to improve economic outcomes for Native American communities often focus on increasing federal funding for infrastructure, education, and healthcare. Supporting tribal sovereignty and ensuring equitable access to resources are also critical steps in addressing the systemic barriers that have hindered progress for this group. Black Americans. Black households had a median income of $56,490 in 2023, the lowest among all major racial and ethnic groups. This figure remains statistically unchanged from the previous year and reflects a troubling lack of progress in closing the income gap with non-Hispanic white households. In 2023, Black households earned just 63% of the median income of white households, underscoring the systemic barriers that continue to hinder economic advancement for this group. The economic challenges faced by Black Americans are deeply rooted in the nation's history of slavery, segregation, and discrimination. Even today, Black workers are often concentrated in lower-paying jobs and face higher unemployment rates than their white counterparts. Discriminatory hiring practices and wage gaps further exacerbate these disparities, limiting the ability of Black households to accumulate wealth. One of the most significant barriers to economic progress for Black Americans is the racial wealth gap. Black households are less likely to own homes or inherit wealth compared to white households, making it more difficult to build financial security. Additionally, systemic issues such as redlining and discriminatory lending practices have historically excluded Black Americans from opportunities to invest in property and build equity. Despite these challenges, many Black Americans have achieved remarkable success in areas such as education, entrepreneurship, and community leadership. Investments in programs that address systemic inequalities, such as affordable housing initiatives, access to higher education, and criminal justice reform are essential for fostering economic growth within Black communities. Broader implications of income disparities. The disparities in median household income among American ethnic groups are not just numbers on a chart. They represent real differences in access to resources, opportunities, and overall quality of life. Economic inequality affects everything from healthcare access and educational outcomes to housing stability and retirement security. Efforts to address these disparities must take into account the unique challenges faced by each group. For example, improving educational access for Hispanic and Black communities, addressing the geographic isolation of Native American populations, and supporting underrepresented Asian subgroups can help reduce income inequality. Policymakers must also consider systemic solutions such as raising the federal minimum wage, investing in affordable housing, and expanding access to healthcare. Dismantling discriminatory practices in employment, lending, and housing markets is equally important for creating a more equitable economic landscape. That's all for now. We hope you have enjoyed watching the video. Feel free to comment your thoughts below. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more such updates. Thanks for watching till the end.